it'd be a shame if I had to kill you if you said anything.
I told you about killing people, dude.
I want to find out what's underneath that mask.
I'm not wearing a mask. I have fur. He's like, he like turns into a cat with a laser pointer. He's like, what is that? I'm gonna go, what? Like, he like, very like, casually says to Lance, I'm gonna go look at that, and then goes like, vaguely running for the balloon. Quietly, but he's going.
Can I try and stop Kite?
Sure. How does it? What do you think?
I'm just gonna scoop Kite fully.
I mean, Kite would let Lance scoop him. Like, he wouldn't really argue with it, but he would be like, "Wait, why? What did I do?
A balloon? You're gonna just go follow a balloon?
But I mean, look at it. It's like it's gonna get away."
Do you know what a balloon is?
Yes.
It's a prelude to a monster, okay? That's what a balloon is. Why would there be a balloon when we're worried about a clown disease?
I don't know. Do clowns particularly, are they associated with balloons?
Oh,
baby.
God. I just realized that this is just like a brand new territory for you. That's like one of their things, is balloons.
Is it?
Yes. I'm just letting you know now. Balloons, small cars, big shoes. Balloons turned into shapes.
Well, that sounds nice.
Yes, clowns are normally nice, but if it's a disease, that's more worrisome. I'm sure you would be very cute as a clown, but I don't want to see that as a result of disease.
As you were talking, the wind shifts and the air, like in the opposite direction that was the balloon was blowing towards you, and it blows back around the corner, out of sight.
I guess I don't want to be diseased.
Yeah.
And he like he's like drops his feet and his arms. He's like slack, and he's like, "You can put me down now. I won't go after the balloon."
Okay. No, I'll do that.
Oh, buddy. He's so disappointed.
He wants the balloon.
Listen, next time we're in Valheaven, I'll get you a bouquet of balloons just for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing.
And not in a like kiddish way, just in a like balloons are cool and we should enjoy fun things.
Well, I mean, are they a kiddish thing? I'm at in the Billowing
And you
Mountains.
just see Lance has like the biggest smile and is not offering an answer at all.
In the Billowing Mountains, they're used to like go places.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Basically everywhere else, they're just like a toy that you look at.
Oh.
The fact that like Cal is not super in the vicinity for this conversation is killing me right now.
Amazing. Speaking of, we switch back to Lexa and Cal, who have entered in behind the into the medical facility. You see The beds at this moment are currently empty, but they appear pretty like sullied. Like they definitely don't look like they're fresh, clean linens. All the cabinets and drawers are open and bare that you can see, and you don't see any. Like there's no nurses or any other staff here. But you do see like it does. As you're walking in, you do see like what looks like a kind of swinging door that is still kind of moving, as if somebody had just walked through it.
Cal holds up his fist in like a way that's like, hey, pause, like, don't go any further. And he is going to activate Perceive the Unseen.
Perfect.
So for the next minute, he has the ability to see auras even of invisible or hidden creatures. So he can see all creatures, including hidden and invisible ones, regardless of lighting conditions. And he's going to kind of survey the building to the best of his ability.
Amazing. Yeah. I don't think as you're looking around with this, like, what does this look like? Like, how does this manifest, do you think?
So ever since he gained the aura sight ability, he can faintly see the arcane aura of people around them, almost kind of like being able to perceive someone's chakra. So just their general life force, right? So he can't see necessarily exactly it figures themselves, their features, but he can see the energy within them, in humanoid shapes or animalistic shapes, whatever they are.
Absolutely. So as you do so, as you see the unseen, you do not make out any individual or any invisible creatures rather in this room. It appears to be that you are empty in this small facility. Do you push on past the door?
He's gonna relay to Lux. He's like, hey, I don't necessarily see anything, but I'm obviously we should still be careful.
Yeah, I know. It's a medical facility, but it's such a of course there's nobody in it because they don't actually do anything for anybody.
He just blinks at her when she says that. Jesus.
They don't heal anybody. They do this. They have this whole thing with resurrections, but it's it's just all a big fucking joke to them, I guess. But I swear I saw a door. So somebody has to be in there. Mm-hmm. But who?
I can't read an arcane signature anywhere, and that's bothering me.
I mean, it doesn't say you can see it through walls, right?
No. But okay. Just for what he can see right now, he's like, I'm not registering any arcane signatures. Because he can see invisible or hidden entities.
Right. Yeah. Nothing is hidden from you, and nobody's hiding from you in this room.
Definitely. Right. So that's what I mean by he can't see through walls, but for the most part, if something was hiding or was just obscured in darkness or whatever, it would become seen to him.
Right.
So yeah, he's just I'm not registering any arcane signatures, but also I can't see through walls. Well, I mean okay, I could, but it's a whole thing. You want to check out that door?
Yeah, if you can, I don't know, not bring attention.
Point?
Huh?
Do you want me to take point, or do you want to take point?
I would like to go in there.
All right, you can take point.
So she's looking for any other kind of entrance besides the front door.
It doesn't appear. It doesn't seem like there is any other entrance. It seems like it is a like again, this is kind of a very modular building that has been set up and kind of dropped almost onto the surface, right? It seems like this is like a very linear building.
Okay, so she's gonna very carefully like go up and try to as silently as possible, try the front door.
Absolutely, yeah. As you push it in, it's actually kind of like there's no handle on it. It's like kind of this swinging door to allow people to come in easily either way, and it moves silently as you do so. You push it inward, and you see. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Both of us?
You're pushing in right behind her?
Yeah, like she's taking point, but he's right behind her.
And he's attempting to be stealthy. They're going to make that stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Hey, if Itzel helps me, that would be a nat 1 or be like a nat 20.
I got a 5. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say. Well, let's have Itzel make a stealth check.
Okay.
Depending on how well he does, I'll say whether or not that could assist you.
Okay.
Baby
Are you rolling for him? Because I can't remember.
You should have him as a stat block.
Wait, you're right. I do.
Baby boy stat block. Baby boy stat block.
You pulled it up for me.
There you go.
Edit sheet directly. Blah 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 blah.
Baby boy stat block. Baby boy stat block.
If he doesn't have a stealth score, you can just roll dex.
Okay. Okay. Okay, stealth is +4, so let's see.
I feel when a dog has higher dex than you.
+4.
He's an assassin's dog. His stealth should be pretty good. Holy shit, he crit too.
Oh,
Damn.
So yeah, you both nat 20. You and like your ghost dog become ethereal as you kind of walk in. I don't even think the door moves. You just pass through it as you walk in. At which point, Cal, very confused by this, I think just like having expected the door to like be swinging, steps directly and fully into it. Like
No!
Like, you know how sometimes when you're like expecting a door to open or something and you just like walk super hard into it?
Incredible.
Just like that. And it makes it just an absolute huge amount of clattering as you like kind of tumble in, catching yourself just before you fall. You hear a eep from a person you look and see is a lamia. She has a full lower snake body. Her hair is actually snakeheads, kind of Medusa-esque, but they are kind of tied down in in kind of braids on like down the back of her neck there, but it's kind of like short, like to shoulder length. And she is sitting there. She's kind of wearing the Sharon worker outfit. She has a clipboard which she is holding up in front of her face, hiding behind it, but you can see she's got like piercing blue eyes that are looking fearfully at you, at least initially. She sees you, Cal. She does not see Lux. And she's wearing, you can clearly see even under the clipboard, she's wearing a mask.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you like that. That was so rude of me.
Which is so bad.
It was so rude of me. My bad.
I don't recognize you. Are you one of the new workers that? Wait, no, you don't look like a worker. You must be one of the freelancers that Night Singer must have hired.
Yeah. That's me. Freelancing. What's going on here? Like I've only gotten like vague reports.
I don't know. I'm Sudame. I work. I'm kind of like a lower level manager here. I guess I'm like technically the lesser ordained around here, and she kind of shrugs. Anyways, it's been chaos. I think I might be the only one left. We've managed to put everybody into stasis. So okay, she kind of
Okay,
like
okay.
she's like starting to have a panic attack. It looks like
He's like, hey, look at me, eyes on me. Big breath in, exhale.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
Lux is like, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, Righteous Lux is just in the shadows, like one with the ether, like looking at Calm, this woman.
Yeah.
17.
Just wide-eyed, like, what the fuck?
She does as you instruct, and she, after a few short breaths, she calms down. She goes in and takes kind of like a seat position in a nearby chair, and she goes, I'm sorry, it's just been a lot. About 2 or so weeks ago, we were cracking into a new section of the facility, and they had done a survey there. There were some exotic ores or whatever. You get the sense that she's very much done with the situation while you're talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they cracked into a new section, and I don't know, people started to get sick. People started to be able, they weren't able to laugh. They weren't able to do anything but laugh. It was like they couldn't even stand at times. It was terrible, and it just kept happening. I tried to tell them that we needed time to rest. We needed a moment to be able to fight back against this, whatever this is. The higher ups, they wouldn't listen to me, and now I don't know what happened to them. I'm not getting any communication from them. I haven't heard from them in a while, but they must be still down there. The machines are still working.
It seems like it. I'm here to investigate. I'm here to try and, at least like be able to assess the situation so that we can get people out as safely as possible. Can you tell me about like this other symptoms that folks were starting to experience?
Can I have Lux like start to like move around and start like searching through things, like just very like just sticking to the walls and just like
yes, please take advantage of this distraction.
Yes, she's gonna be digging through stuff while Cal's talking to this person.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even gonna make you roll anything because you rolled the double nat 20s on that,
Yeah.
so you're good to go on that.
Wild.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check as you're looking around.
Okay. That's 17.
So she, as Lux, or as Cal continues to talk to Sudume, Lux, you start looking around. You like quietly opening drawers. Itzel almost seemingly like ghostly greasing the hinges, preventing any squeaks or anything from even being noticed. As you just start to begin to thumb through, just trying to figure out what is this place, what are they doing here. You start to see a lot of mining reports. You see they're extracting several different forms of exotic metamagical materials from this being, from the calcified lining of its bones to the still semi-flexible or muscle material that it has in separate parts. But you do see one, like you find basically a graph. The majority of the graph seems to be a focus, like it seems to be like a profits chart, and the majority of it seems to be centered around energy creation. Like you see that there is a large like a large section of it that is just says astral sea salt generation.
Do I see anything mentioning Star Lancers at all?
With the 17, no, you do not.
And what do I know about astral sea salt again?
You know that is one of the primary metamagic materials that Nightsinger produces, and as well as is what makes them kind of the superpower that they are. It is basically 10 times as powerful as Starlight.
Is it as explosive?
10 times as explosive.
Oh. So if I were to detonate any part of this, I would blow up everybody, including myself, I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, it depends on the part you blew up. You're looking at this graphs, and it does seem like there's a lot of things in this place. In fact, when you're looking at it at the graph, I think that it's not even clear to you whether or not the astral sea salt is being mined or not. It just says astral sea salt acquisition.
Oh.
The other ones specifically say like mining and processing, things like that.
Oh. Okay, so how explosive it is just not relevant in this situation, is what I'm gathering.
Well, I mean, who can never be sure? Sorry, and
damn it!
Cal, what was
God damn it!
Cal, what was the last thing that you asked Sudame?
He had asked Sudame, what other symptoms had the workers been experiencing, and like how long, and then he was going to follow with like how long has she been without leadership.
The other symptoms they experienced were enlargement of extremities, such as hands and feet, engorgement and discoloration of certain parts of the body as well, such as the nose. They also became incredibly pale to the point of like almost like veinless skin, and they also saw like their exhaling sounded like a very like it took on a strange property, almost like, and she kind of like gestures almost musical.
Would you say almost like a birthday noisemaker?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I see. Okay.
But once it was the strangest thing. Once they got to that reached that stage, they kind of just fell asleep.
Oh. And
Yeah.
so are they, so everyone is just comatose in those buildings out there?
As far as I'm aware, I try to do the rounds and to check on everybody and to make sure that everybody's still keeping up, still alive. It's we work for Nightsinger, and death is a natural part of the business. And don't tell whomever hired you that I said it. But that they would be happier to just let us die out here than probably send us help, which is why I'm so happy to see you. The entire place has a soul trap on it, so even if one of us were to die, we would just get resurrected immediately anyways.
Gotcha, I understand. No. I completely get it. It's cheaper to just let us die than it is to,
Well, it's cheaper when they make us foot the bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cal, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh.
You are sure making me roll a lot.
What can I say?
That's a 23.
Way to go!
Wow, nice roll. 23. You see that she has a small tattoo, which you recognize is a Nightsinger tattoo, but you also recognize the meaning of it. You recognize that she has a lifetime contract, which means that basically she signed a deal with Nightsinger that she will work the extent of her natural life to for the company, at which point upon her death she will be resurrected as a fully sentient and free undead, and she will be able to do anything she wants. She'll be like free.
sorry if it's a little impolite for asking, but how much longer you got?
She's wearing a mask, but you can kind of tell her she's smiling behind her eyes. And she goes, who can be sure? You know, they make sure to keep us lifetime contracts in top physical health, right?
That's the loophole.
Of course. And then, you know, any resurrections that we can't afford out of pocket, I'll get added to the bill.
Okay. Sudame, you have done a fantastic job here. You've gone above and beyond what should be expected of anyone in this position. But while I'm still scouting for my team, if you have anywhere safe to be, I need you to go be there. Okay?
Oh, well, the this facility, it actually operates as a small bunker. I just have been keeping it open on the off chance that there might have been somebody that would arrive.
Okay. Okay. Do you have like a panic room or something within this whole deal that you could just go like hide out in?
Yeah.
You should go.
She will nod solemnly and she will say, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Stay safe.
All right, perfect. Cal leaves the room. Lux?
She is making a disgusted face overhearing all of this. Just like so disgusted with what she's hearing. And I think that she's still like when Sudame like leaves, she's going to just start more openly like going through more paperwork, seeing if she can find any names, any locations, anything like that.
Once Sudame leaves, Cal can turn his attention back to Lux and trying to aid in just, you know, finding any information. But he, not so quietly under his breath, goes, God's a death, am I right?
She's god of a fucking joke, I guess. It's horrible what they're doing to these people.
Mm-hmm. Is it any more horrible than what's being done to you right now?
There are more people than just me.
You're right. And so if they're doing this to you, then imagine what they're doing to everybody else. And he goes back to looking.
She thinks on it. And she keeps going back and forth between, in her mind, just like thinking, well, they're not the same as me. I'm technically probably shouldn't be with them.
Is she saying this out loud?
No, she's just thinking it. She's going on a face journey, probably.
What a mood.
She's just thinking about it, yeah, and she's just like...
All I'm saying, Lux, is as he's like rifling through like files, you're supposed to be special, right?
I don't know if special's the right word.
Well, I'm going to use the word special. If they're willing to betray someone that they see as key and as special, imagine what they do to anybody that they deemed less so.
They need me, though.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Sometimes other assassins get brainwashed. They lose themselves. They can't be who they were before. By these people, by other people, and I am the only one that can and will release them.
The hunter that hunts the hunters.
So when I said I had to pay you back, it wasn't just me. It was for them too. Which is why I couldn't ever meet that.
I don't know how many times I've told you, Lux. You don't owe me anything.
Wait, you said me too.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
So, I used to work for the Ballard Mountain Regency. I don't know how much you know or remember about things, but do you know about the Bellowing Mountains champion, the Peak?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, well, I was the first one.
So you were the first champion?
The first champion, champion of champions, whatever you want to call it.
So you're saying you were special too?
Yeah, I got told that for a lot of my life. And then I learned very quickly that I'm just as expendable as anybody else. Well, I guess maybe not as expendable as everybody else, as my bounty suggests.
Yeah, that is a significant amount of money, I would say.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I question whether the Bellowing Mountains Regency even has that much fucking money.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does. Well, I don't know, maybe them all, maybe the conglomerate together.
Maybe.
But you got so that kind of goes against the whole pacifist thing, doesn't it?
You think I've always been a pacifist? No. Lux, you don't understand. I have committed so many atrocities. And the biggest one in the Glom's eyes was that I destroyed something important to them. But I wasn't always a pacifist. That's a choice. That's the choice that I've made, and one that I've made fairly recently. And every day, it's like I have to fight myself and make myself be what I'm not.
Well, I said this to you before, but it still applies, so. I don't care what you've done in the past or who you were in the past or anything like that, so don't wear it on your shoulders. I still see you.
Still scary.
We'll get used to it. I'm a scary person.
Oh no, you yourself not scary.
Yeah, well.
Have you found anything interesting yet? Like, what are they even doing here?
She kind of snaps out of it, and she's like, yeah, something about mining. They're extracting what I already knew, which was the metamagic material, but they are extracting this thing's muscles.
What?
And yeah. They had like this profits chart, but it was like all about energy creation. Said something about an astral sea salt generator, but there's...
Al freezes at those words.
What?
Did you say astral sea salt generator?
Yeah, but I don't even know if they're still using it.
That's still not good.
What does it mean?
It means that this entire thing is entirely more unstable than I thought it was, and I'm questioning even more if I should be here.
Amazing. I think in this moment we hard cut back to Lance and Kite.
I think Lance is like, okay, so I know it's only been 30 minutes since I said the balloon was a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
But I think my biggest concern was you going by yourself.
Okay.
If we see another balloon or maybe a long string of rainbow colored hankies from a window or a tiny car, I think we could check it out. Just all of us, all four of us, you, me, and our two familiars.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I wasn't gonna go on my own in the first place. I assumed you would follow.
Yeah. Sorry, I panicked, but
it's okay.
Yeah. I have no idea how long they're gonna be in there, and I have no plan here. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Kite, I don't even really know what the vibe is, because I feel like we have to go down body side if we want to deal with whatever the Starlancer egg thing is.
Yeah.
I am thinking, like, obviously there's some kind of disease here, so I'm not feeling great about being here. How are you feeling?
I don't like the idea of getting a clown disease, personally.
Have you seen clowns before?
No, not really.
Okay.
Admittedly, Cal said that, and I kind of pretended I knew what a clown was.
They're like, they're funny people.
Is
That's
it like
their
a jester?
whole thing. Yes, they're like a clown and a jester are kind of like cousins.
Okay.
A jester, I would say, has more is more about the talking with some physical humor, and clowns are much more like the physical humor with maybe some talking.
Oh, okay. So clowns are not constantly getting smacked around by a royal, is what I'm hearing.
For sure, they smack each other around.
Oh.
And maybe occasionally people.
I just
like if you're in the area
jester.
and they're like, ho ho, and then they spray you with water or something. There was like a couple circuses that came through Cloud9. I didn't go through them very often because it was like, I don't know, it wasn't really my thing, but I did see them occasionally.
I have more questions, but I think they can wait for right now about clowns.
Did we see anything else suspicious around here?
Yeah.
So y'all have been standing out there for a little bit. You would say, I think you would see Suderme. You would see her emerge from the medical facility, and she would give another little eep when she saw y'all.
Oh! Hey, you're a snake person.
I mean, yes,
I'm a cat person.
it's true.
Nice to meet you.
Are you
Likewise.
from around these parts?
Yeah, I'm Suderme. I'm the I'm kind of the lower ordained around here. You must be with the other two, the freelancers.
Yes, we are with the
Yes.
freelancers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, man. I was happy to see the one. Like, he seemed pretty intense. He was very like strapping. Like he very like. Oh God, is there an in-universe Bruce McClane reference that I can make? She says that.
She says that her nose starts bleeding.
Oh, sorry. Her mask gets a little bloody. I'm gonna have to get a fresh one. He told me I should go hunker down in the safe room. I'm gonna go. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're with Cal.
Okay.
A real quick question while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Does a unaccompanied red balloon mean anything to you?
Oh, don't go by. Don't go over there. Don't do that. I don't trust that balloon. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that
The
balloon.
balloon's just been hanging out here. It's like a known suspect in the area.
It does that often?
It's been like that for the past couple of days since people stopped coming around. Since I think everybody got infected. No.
Oh, so okay, you don't know what the balloon might lead to.
I don't want to find out.
Okay.
That's fair.
That is fair.
And like this is a medical facility, right?
Yeah, and she kind of gestures behind her.
And you haven't had to engage with the infection?
Well, I've tried to treat people as much as possible. I'm still walking around and tending people, trying to make sure they get their fluids and the like. I don't know why I haven't got it. Maybe whatever it is doesn't affect.
Maybe it's
lamias, snake people. Yeah.
Your tail can't turn into big feet.
Maybe.
That would be interesting.
I don't really have much of a nose either.
You don't have much of a nose either. Sure.
Mm-mm.
And green and white, it doesn't really skin. I don't know.
Maybe. Interesting. Well, stay safe out there.
Thanks. Same.
Do you have any like masks?
Yes, and she'll pull some masks out for the two of you.
Perfect.
In fact, why don't you take one for your friend too, and she'll lend you a third.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. We only need one more. Like gets the one and thinks about it for a second and is like trying to play, like was gonna ask for another and then was just like, no, one more is the correct number.
Hold on, I'm just gonna roll something really.
Oh no, we're getting insight checks.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I love how like Lux and Cal are having a very serious heart-to-heart, and like Kite and Lance over here are being total fuckos.
Listen, it be like that sometimes.
Dude.
Lance, she moves over, slithers up to you, and hands the mask to you. As she puts the mask into your hand, she looks at you in the face and in the eyes, and I think she really looks at you for the first time. Lance, make me an insight check.
Okay.
Kite, you can make the insight check too, since you're right.
Okay.
Can I get an advantage from Lady?
Sure.
Damn it, that's cocked. It was a nat 20 though. Oh.
Ooh, I got a nat 20 though, plus
Oh, good,
3.
good. I rolled an 18, not an 8.
No, nice.
24?
Nice.
Wow, 23, 24. You both can tell in this moment she recognizes Lance.
Uh-oh.
And
Sorry.
She quickly releases the mask as you take it from her, and she goes, yeah, good luck. And she
No,
quickly
I
moves
think
the slither away.
if she tries to, I think like in the second where the hand is passing the mask, I kind of like other hand on top, and I'm like, sorry, you have a familiar face, I think. Have we met before?
No, I don't think we've met before. I would remember if we've met before. I don't think we've met before.
Interesting.
Can Kite do an insight check to see if she's like scared or if she's like upset or if she's like angry?
Sure, with the 24 insight check, I'm going to say
Okay.
you recognize that it is definitely fear in her eyes.
Okay.
It is also, but not due to, almost like fear, secondhand fear, right? Like fear from hearing about someone's reputation.
Okay. Interesting.
And Lance totally is not keen into that. He'll go, this will help you until you get where you're going. And he'll cast protection from evil and good on.
No, thank you. I'll never forget. And she kind of like moves backwards, slithering away from you backwards, which looks very strange.
Mm-hmm.
But Kite like watches her, and as soon as she's out of earshot, he kind of looks towards Lance and is like, "You've never been to this area of the system before, right?"
Have I ever been to this dead god's body before? No. This one's a first for me.
And you've never seen a lamia before?
I don't think that, aside from you and maybe a few others, I feel like I don't know many sort of animal forms.
Oh. She looked
There
like
are
she
a couple
was
in the
afraid
set,
of you.
but yeah, I did key in on that. I think that Kite, there was an incident maybe about 6 or so months ago.
Is this the bomb?
Yes, and it's part of why I have such a big bounty on my head, I think.
Okay.
There was a large shipment of sea salt that I was tasked with intercepting. And well, suffice to say, those ships are out of commission now. It does mean that I do have a certain reputation around Sharans that I try not to be too obvious about. But obviously, it might be a concern around here if she recognized me, even though I am in such a stellar disguise today.
I hate to tell you this, Lance. I don't think your disguise is
I'm
as
wearing
good
black today. I never wear black.
Your hair is so distinct, Lance. Oh my god, I said I was a cat person. I'm literally a tiefling right now.
You did do that. No, that's a really great point.
Oh no, what did I do? She must have been so confused.
There was a lot going on there. I do feel a certain way. It feels like she wasn't entirely knowledgeable about the disease, if that makes any sense. Which is worrisome.
Yeah, it might have come on fast here, and they just didn't know a lot.
Sure, but she works at the med center. Isn't that bizarre?
Actually, yeah. But maybe, I mean, just guessing, she just might be the only one left. If the janitor's the only one left, but they're just trying their best. But you're right, that is bizarre.
Are there any other buildings around here with maybe like lights on or anything?
Not really. The town is pretty forsaken. It's pretty quiet. There isn't even like coming or goings really. I would say the only real other building that is light up other than the very small general store is what looks to be almost like a tram station.
Is there maybe like some kind of billboard that's been turned off or some sort of electrical screen?
Yeah, definitely. There are many monitors around that look like they should be on, but are currently that black screen. You also see that there are like the gun turrets that you guys had noticed that. Sorry, I will say also, funnily enough, the gun turrets that you noticed that were deactivated when you guys were approaching, they seem to be back on. Actually, like you look and you see they are swiveling and going through like regular sweeping patterns.
Kite, I want to try something, but can we kind of scoot into the door to the med center before I do anything?
Yeah, of course.
Once we get inside, I want to kind of point at one of the displays, something that I think will maybe make a lot of noise when it turns on, and cast on-off on it. So the cantrip allows you to activate or deactivate an electronic device within range as long as the device has a clearly defined on-off function that can be accessed from outside the device.
Ooh.
Amazing. You point. So what does it look like as you cast on-off?
I think like Lance makes a little cloud and sends it on a gust of air, and it kind of like circles around the thing trying to find the power button or whatever, and just like poke.
Absolutely. You fly off. This little dust of cloud flies off, encircling the screen itself. It flies orbiting it for just a moment before kind of like entering into it from the sides, and you see with a it comes on very brightly, kind of like this stark glow, filling kind of the street with this newfound light, and you immediately get a visual communication in through from it, and you see a face on the opposite side say, did we finally get through? Oh my God, you have to help us. We're in the body and we're trapped. You have to help us. You have to. And as that moment happens, you hear squeak, squeak, squeak.
Also, to clarify, we are inside the building, a distance away from the one I just turned on.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But the squeaking echoes up the walls of the buildings. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take our break.
Oh no! Whoa!